Welcome to Iowa Soybean Association's The State of Soy. I'm your host, Katie James. August is soybean month, and we're excited to celebrate this mighty commodity and the farmers who grow and market it. In this episode, we come to you from a soybean field just outside of Story City, home to ISA member Pat Merkin. Farmers like Pat remind me just how important innovation and adaptation are for the continued success of soybeans. COVID-19 is one of many examples of challenges we faced this year, requiring us to adapt and persevere. In this episode of The State of Soy, the Iowa Agriculture Water Alliance demonstrates the importance of partnerships and collaboration in reaching big goals in water quality. Speaking of big goals, we'll hear from farmers, and yours truly, on the value of communication between farmer and consumer. We'll also touch on one of my favorite topics in the world of soybeans, biodiesel, and how maintenance can make all the difference for your diesel engines. Then we take you to the Mississippi River to hear from a farmer especially impacted by exports leaving the Gulf of Mexico and what the outlook is for global soybean purchases. And don't click away until we go through the lens to see firsthand how county fairs have persevered through a summer we won't soon forget. 6 years ago, Iowa's leading commodity groups decided we were stronger together when it comes to water quality. That's when the Iowa Agriculture Water Alliance was created. Its goal, to improve agriculture's footprint on Iowa's waterways. IAWA Director Sean McMahon says change won't happen until all Iowans work together.
Well, thanks so much, Katie. It's really great to be with you, and especially since it's Iowa Soybean Month and National Water Quality Month. So thanks so much for having me a guest on State of Soy. The Iowa Agriculture Water Alliance was created 6 years ago by three of Iowa's leading ag associations, the Iowa Soybean Association, Iowa Corn, and Iowa Pork. And our mission is to improve the pace and scale of farmer-led efforts to improve water quality. So we're very much organized around helping to implement the Iowa Nutrient Reduction Strategy. The goals of the Nutrient Reduction Strategy are very ambitious, reducing nitrogen and phosphorus loss by 45%. No one organization can do that by themselves. We've created these alliances that have dozens of agribusinesses from every sector. We have some downstream food and beverage companies. We have every commodity group in Iowa. And we even have conservation and environmental organizations, academic institutions, and the relevant local state and federal agencies. So IWA has played a role in helping to align those efforts through our projects to get everyone pulling on the same rope in the same direction at the same time, and that's really helping to move the needle in some priority watersheds. The One Water platform is all about bringing together diverse urban and rural partners, and IWA has been supporting that work, and in particular the work of Roger Wolf and the Iowa Soybean Association for a number of years now. And in fact, ISA just a month ago, they received the National Water Prize for their One Water efforts. We try to lead with the value proposition for farmers in terms of what's in it for them. And for some conservation practices, that's really obvious. You know, doing things like improving fertilizer management are a win-win, both for economics and ROI, and also for water quality. ISA is leading a really innovative project along with Quantified Ventures, the Soil and Water Outcomes Fund, and that's paying farmers for outcomes. Things like sequestering carbon, reducing nitrogen and phosphorus loss. So IWA has been supporting those types of strategies that provide a value proposition for farmers for some of those conservation practices that might not directly improve yields and profitability. We're leading or co-leading a number of public-private partnerships that help to implement the Iowa Nutrient Reduction Strategy. And through these projects, we've aligned close to $100 million to improve water quality in Iowa. Two of them through a national program called the Regional Conservation Partnership Program. So we co-lead those projects with IDALS. One of them, the Midwest Agriculture Water Quality Partnership, is actually the largest RCPP project in the nation. We've improved conservation on more than 3.5 million acres, and we've aligned $50 million to help improve water quality. So the value for farmers is that they get cost share through that project for practices like cover crops, improved fertilizer management, no-till, strip-till, and edge-of-field practices, things like saturated buffers, bioreactors, and wetlands. So through that project, we've provided about $11 million in cost share to farmers, and then we've aligned another $39 million in non-federal investments to also help improve water quality. We're supporting ISA through a strategy called Conservation Agronomists, whereby they're embedding people to work in the ag retail sector at farmer-owned co-ops. They're helping their farmer customers adopt conservation practices. So IWA is very much supporting ISA's network of conservation agronomists, and we would love to see that grow throughout the entire state. We're really excited to be working with Iowa Soybean and Aaron Putsey and Bob Quinn at WHO and Secretary Nag at IDALS and other partners for this Clean Water in Iowa Starts Here campaign. And the vision here is that we all have a role to play in improving water quality. Whether you're a farmer, or if you live in a rural community, or if you live in the city or a suburb, we can all do our part to improve water quality.